Alright, you guys have been asking for this for a long time, so here you go. It's the incredible FURNO XL. Possibly the best XL character that we ever got. In today's video, I want to talk about why this set is great. We're going to highlight how you can use some of the pieces that come in this set to build your own LEGO creations. And then we'll finish this video by taking a look at some fantastic revamps of FURNO XL. Let's do this. Here he is, looking like some kind of sci-fi knight. Bro has an immaculate, brilliant looking fire sword, which I would dare to say is the best weapon, or at least the best sword, that we got on any Hero Factory character. It's just really nice. He also has an amazing shield, and of course, a cape. I don't know why he needs a cape to complete his missions, but you better believe that he has a cape. I'm sure when they upgraded FURNO back at Hero Factory HQ, he was like, I'm not fighting these brain slug things until you give me a frickin' cape. It does make him look pretty good. FURNO's limbs, and I guess most of his design, isn't actually all that complex. You know, it's not all that different from a standard hero build. This is more noticeable when you compare him to other XL characters, like Rocker XL for example. His limbs feature doubled up Hero Factory bones and armor shells. He's got extra supports on his legs that connect up to his complex torso design. And look at these shoulders. They're very parts intensive. But FURNO XL, his design is just more modest and more simplistic. And I don't really think that's a bad thing. I think honestly it's really impressive. They captured the same feeling and look as Rocker XL, but they managed to do it with way less pieces. And that's just a testament to the power of the creature and character building system, CCBS. Even with a small amount of parts, you can still make yourself a really well-armored, well-crafted, and good-looking figure. FURNO is a prime example of simplistic perfection. He looks cool, he's really well made, he has some insane posability, and he's an iconic design that people are still talking about and still obsessed with today. And you know what else is good about this set? His pieces. Let's see how you can use them to build some other wonderful creations. The shield that FURNO has, it's made up of these elements here. And yeah, obviously combining these two pieces, you get a shield with a big old H at the front. So, other than using them to make this pretty nice design, you could do what Cement Addiction has done and turn them into a leg design. There's something so aerodynamic and cool about this. And I love how it pairs with this arm design. The arms are using the boomerang pieces that came on Pahatu G2. The shape and the feeling of these pieces, as well as these shield elements. It's kind of an unexpectedly perfect combination of pieces. I love it. Now if you want to use FURNO's mask without the visor, here's a few suggestions for what you could use it for. UTAM04, they have a nice crab crustacean for us. The center of the chest, which appears to be its face, we can see two of these masks on the side. The shaping here is quite nice, and I don't know, it just kind of perfectly puffs out the torso. Plus there's just something about the texture of these masks that fits a crustacean really well. The top of the head also uses this mask, and I like how it's being combined with Rocker's lion helmet in gold. The two pair together quite nicely. If we flip the mock over, we can also see one on the back design, and if you look a little closer, you can see some at the base of the pincers at the very back. Look at that, you can use this mask for all kinds of cool stuff. The visor that FURNO has, which of course can pop up or pop down, this is quite a nice piece. It's trans clear with a bit of gunmetal printing. Mr. Patron uses this mask in conjunction with Evo's helmet, and I think it looks pretty good. I like that you can use this visor to add a nice pop of gunmetal onto any existing mask, or any existing brain attack mask more specifically. It's the perfect way of injecting just that little bit more color into an existing design. Oh, and how good does this look when it has a scarf wrapped around it too? FURNO XL's shoulders use these spiky pieces for armor. However, this piece is very typically seen as a mace, and Eclipse Caller is doing that on this battle turtle, but they've changed it up a little bit. They've partnered this piece with some of these spiky Knights Kingdom armor parts. These two elements complement each other very nicely. They've got quite a similar texture and feel to them. I always like seeing nice combinations of pieces like this. And of course, the awesome cape that comes in this set. I believe that Max Howell uses this piece on a character called Triggerfinger. Nice choice to get a rubber band and kind of lock the cape in place at the top of the torso. See, that's the beautiful thing about Lego cloth. You don't have to use it in the way that it was intended. You can always stylize it, you can wrap it around other things, you can bend it in different directions. And no matter how you use it, you're going to give your MOC so much more presence, much like you can see here. And finally, FURNO XL's silver torso piece. How can this be used? Well, nothing wrong with keeping it as torso armor, but why not get a few armor pieces and kind of buff up the edges a touch? Rounding off the edges with more pieces, adding in other pieces on the clips at the very center of the torso. It sure does make it look extra pretty. And this is just one of those pieces you can really heavily integrate into a larger design to produce really nice results. I love how this looks. There you go. That's some ideas for how you could use these pieces in your own creations. Now, let's check out some awesome revamps of FURNO XL. Lewis Hammond kicks us off, and I think this is super fun. Not using any updated masks or any brand new pieces, you're sticking to the classics. You got the original mask and that original torso armor. It's FURNO XL, but with a hint of the classics. I like how this gunmetal armor is flowing around the waist. Kinda looks a little bit like samurai armor or something like that. Also, seeing FURNO with a sword made out of these blade pieces. Yeah, these of course are the same ones that came on Breakout Breeze. I mean, for starters, that's an awesome sword design. But I also like that this is a throwback to Stormer XL. He had a very, very similar sword. That's a cool idea. When Hero Factory turns someone into an XL character, maybe they're given similar gear. You know, the same sword, similar armor, that kind of stuff. Yeah, a more uniform approach to building an XL character. That's a fascinating concept. Nice thinking, Lewis. And finally, this revamp is by Abhiyoga Pachama, and I think this is great. The armor is a lot more consistent and streamlined. You know, because I think there's an argument to be made that the original set is a little bit too busy. The flames on the weapons, the spikes on the shoulders, it might just be a little bit too much for some. This revamp, it tidies things up a little bit. It makes him look really nice. And certainly I think this version of the cape is way better. This one actually touches the floor, and it really accents the silhouette of the character and makes them look incredibly heroic. I especially love this shot here where the cape is flowing over his shoulders. He looks a bit like Batman. See, that's the power of a good cape. The MOC already looked awesome, but with a little bit of cloth, they look even better. It also seems that this MOC can turn their sword into a blaster. Yo, that's pretty dope. I mean, wow. This MOC, all of these MOCs, and this set, they're brilliant. If you liked the MOCs that you saw in today's episode, be sure to check the links in the description below. You can see more from the builders right there. Thanks for watching, guys. Happy building, and bye for now.